Good afternoon, I'm Cecilia Connell with Hunter News. Newcastle ratepayers could foot the bill for the city's revitalisation, with council voting to lift rates by almost 50% in the next 5 years. A formal application will be put to the Independent Pricing and Regulatory Tribunal, which will decide if the increase of more than $500 per annum is unreasonable. In her first meeting as Lord Mayor Cecilia Connell says the decision wasn't made lightly.
The discussion wasn't about not having a rate rise. It was that we absolutely had to have one. It was about the amount, the percentage, and it came down to a discussion where the difference was $20 per year. I supported the majority of councillors in saying we'll go for the city revitalisation rate rise, which was about $100 a year for the next 5 years for the average residential ratepayer.
However, Liberal councillor Brad Luke says the move has caught the community unaware.
It's absolutely disgraceful. We had an election only just over a week ago, and there is no way from previous comments that anybody would have known this new Lord Mayor was going to jack up the rates by 50%. Now, I did say to the people of Newcastle that there would be a complete change if Cecilia Connell became Lord Mayor. This is the beginning of it.
The proposed new Glencore Peabody open-cut coal mine has ruffled some feathers, prompting the Lock the Gate Alliance to issue a number of Hunter health, water and agriculture warnings. The group is calling on the state government to reject the project application, fearing the rate of mine expansion in the region could severely damage Hunter aquifers and vineyards. State coordinator of the alliance, Georgina Woods, says the area should be moving toward a sustainable future.
We think that the next phase of major employment in the region could come from rehabilitating the landscape and fixing up the damage that mining has done. But that requires the state government to demand of the mining companies that they put their money into that rehabilitation and stop the ongoing damage that's already being done.
The New South Wales opposition has lashed out at the Baird government's $20 billion transport infrastructure plan, warning it's likely the Hunter will never see a cent of the promised investment. Labor has labelled the plan as a desperate ploy to privatise the state electricity network, claiming Sydney will receive up to $15 billion for a range of major transport projects funded through the sales of pole and wires. Shadow Minister for the Hunter, Sonia Hornery, says money should be spent on improving our rail lines.
If you can promise commuters that they can get from Newcastle to Sydney on the train in less than 2 hours, we know that we would attract commuters to travel to Sydney more often, particularly for work. That's where our priority should be, as well, of course, as building the Glendale-Rodale interchange.
And waste across the region is set to be reduced with the announcement of Hunter Council's waste avoidance and recovery strategy. Prompted by state government initiatives, the plan will see councils working in collaboration to actively minimise residential waste. Regional Waste Coordinator Michael Neville says now is the time for action.
The strategies are really great chance, given there's a lot of state government funding at the moment, a great chance for councils to collaborate and really make some big changes at the moment.
Now with sport, Belinda Dallas-Harris.
The Newcastle Jets are rallying the troops as they prepare to push for their first win of the season ahead of Sunday's F3 derby clash with the Mariners. The team is currently languishing at a dismal second last on the A-League ladder, hoping to lift their game with a 3-point turnaround. Midfielder Marcos Flores says he's raring to go.
I always say that professional footballer always have to be ready to keep fighting regardless of any decision of any circumstances in the physical way. I'm trying to keep training hard to win my spot.
At least 3 Hunter squads will now join the mix of quarter-finalists with a shot at FFA glory under a revised draw for Northern New South Wales football next season. 2 quarter-finalists will continue to represent the southern pool, while the northern contingent eligible has been halved from 4 to 2 places. And former Maitland Blacks president Todd Bowd has been appointed club coach ahead of season 2015 in Newcastle and Hunter rugby. That's sport. I'm Belinda Dallas-Harris.
2NURFM News Time is 12:10.